So I'm Pam Cooper, Manager of Health Services at ConocoPhillips Canada. I am very privileged to be an employee at that company. I am responsible and accountable for the occupational health and wellness of our employees. We have about 2,400 employees. A lot of them, that's good, about 1,600, 1,800 people are housed here in Calgary, and then they're dispersed across the province. So you can imagine when we're trying to deliver health and wellness programs, there's some complexities and challenges delivering to those folks that are not here in Calgary. And it's different, so you can't just sort of do a blanket approach. I have a team of 4 here in Calgary, and we leverage off of our global program as well. That's something new for ConocoPhillips as of last summer, which really speaks to the support by senior leaders in corporate Houston about wellness and the health of our employees. We're not only protecting the health of our employees, but we're empowering them to make healthy choices. And so when I think about ConocoPhillips, this company, I haven't worked in a company who has such strong values. Our values are our spirit values. It is safety, people, integrity, responsibility, innovation, and teamwork. So safety and people really are of the utmost importance to our leaders. And when it comes to people, they recognize that, we're not only a community within our own workforce, but we are a community outside of that and outside of the province, because we touch into BC as well as Saskatchewan. And so when we look at the programs that we deliver, and I look at health services and say, how do we impact our people within ConocoPhillips community, and then how does that cascade and impact the community outside of ConocoPhillips? I'm going to just speak to 3 points. We want our staff to be safe, not only at work, but outside of work. We want them to take that philosophy home with them and live and breathe that. And being with ConocoPhillips for 6 years now has drastically changed how I view safety at home and in the community. And one of our phrases is, if you see it, you own it. And it certainly has adjusted how I live. When we want to support our staff in reaching their full potential, not only at work, again, but outside of the community. Of course, we're a business. We want to be productive, but we want people who are healthy and engaged and willing to make that contribution. And finally, we want our staff to leave work able to contribute to their community, to their family. And being a mom of a 4-year-old, I appreciate it 150% that I have an employer who recognizes that I have a family outside and that I need to be able to go home and be able to engage with them and not be so tired and tapped out that I can't. And the ways we do that at ConocoPhillips, and I'm just going to run through a list, but fundamentally it is strong leadership support for this. And I would have to say our president, Ken Lors, is probably one of my biggest fans, if I can say that. But he fully supports what we do in terms of health and wellness for our employees. And he's had quite a busy year this year, but I saw him in the elevator the other day, and he said, it's been tough. I've been traveling all over. He goes, but my wife makes sure that I get it's kind of like he's in the confessional saying, but I am getting my workouts in and I am trying to do this. It's like, it's okay, you're the president. You kind of have to balance it out a bit. But the programs that we offer range from EFAP programs, on-site dietitians, on-site massage therapists. We have just a year ago, on-site fitness studios that we offer, which really, and I know there's a lot of companies that have on-site fitness studios, but this is a big deal for us to build out these studios. It's not a full gym, hence the word studios, and we offer classes to our employees for free. So this is yoga classes, spin classes, boot camp classes. We just introduced personal training for fees, but and we have a wonderful vendor that we work with who's KBA, Kendi. And even I feel like I'm at the Oscars, I'm trying to rush here. Kendi's been wonderful to work with, and the people that I've met since having moved to Calgary as a community 7 years ago, Rob Crooks, the wellness community is so strong and so supportive. I am very grateful to have be part of that community and be able to share the passion where I work. So lots of other things we do. We have a wellness ambassador group. We have local wellness initiatives that we do, but we also do global wellness events now. So we're leveraging off of both of these. We have stress down days, which are really fun. Stressful for us to put on, but stress down. Great for the folks that are participating. Know your numbers, so we do our biometric screening. And we know there are so many things that we do for employees where we know we need to improve on our health. We know, some of the stats that are coming back from that, it's like, we need to eat more vegetables and fruits, from an obesity and diabetes perspective, absolutely. From a stress-related perspective, we have work to do around that. So then that helps us determine what programs we're going to deliver. And it's not that, it just takes small steps, and you need to be persistent and be tenacious. And I think, just in closing, for those of you that are in businesses and you're just trying to start out and figure out, well, what should we do? And I've worked in Toronto at Hospital for Sick Kids, so I've worked in not-profit where you don't have much budget, and it's, be a role model. Start off with being a role model within your workplace, and you'll get people talking. I have people say, oh, you go to the mountains a lot, don't you? Yeah. That's why I came to Calgary, and don't forget that they're there and the opportunities that you have to go outside and be active. And that's what I want to instill in my daughter. It's something that's been a part of my life, being active all the time. And when you lose the ability to do that, I'm currently rehabbing my own back, it is devastating, and you have to find different ways of being active. And then you recognize that within people who are at work, who are struggling for whatever reason, and you try to be creative and find different ways to get them into a place of health and well-being. So I'll close it off at that, be a role model.